What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we are going to be looking at 5 defenders, centre-backs in particular, that Manchester City could be targeting to sign in the January transfer window of 2020. Before we crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then make sure you help support my channel by subscribing, pressing that red button, pressing the bell, and putting your push notifications on. We're going to be doing daily transfer updates for Manchester City throughout all of January, so make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that. You can go check out my social media links, Twitter and Instagram, in description below and popping up on screen. When I'm not on YouTube, I'll be tweeting about all the latest with Manchester City and retweeting sources. So if you want to stay up to date with everything happening in the transfer window, it is worthwhile following me on Twitter. And when I'm not on YouTube, I'll keep you up to date with everything happening via my Instagram stories and posts and live posts and things like that, live stories, whatever they're called. You can go follow me on there if you want to stay up to date with that. Links to them in description below and popping up on screen. Make sure also you leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and make sure also you leave your thoughts in the comments below on who you want Manchester City to sign in the January winter 2020 window. But before we crack on this video though, I just wanted to say that we are going to be doing daily transfer updates for Manchester City throughout all of January. So if you are a business and you're looking to do any sponsorships, I'm expecting doing daily transfer updates for them to do really well. So if you're interested in any sponsorships for me, then do let me know via my email, which you can find in the description below, which is jsgc171@gmail.com. So we're going to crack on with this video, and we're going to speak about 5 players that Manchester City could target in this winter window. Centre-backs, all of these, and the first player we're going to be speaking about is Kalidou Koulibaly, the 28-year-old French-born Senegalese international. Played for Napoli since 2014, 6'1", good in the air, good passer, he's quick, and one of the most highly regarded centre-backs in the world. Apparently there was rumours going around that he's available for £69 million. If he's available for £69 million, I would be putting in that bid right now, and I'd be trying to secure his signature. It's just not true. You want his value, try £100 to £120 million, in my opinion. Will Manchester City pay it? I'm not too sure that they will. They don't particularly like negotiating with Napoli, and we know that Napoli drive a hard bargain. There are rumours going around that Napoli need the money, but Napoli know if there's a lot of interest in their players, they're going to want a bidding war, and we saw it with Jorginho. They'll just hold back and hold back and hold back. They're not that desperate to sell, and they'll just want a saga to go on, and they'll want to basically give it to the team that's willing to pay the most money. City won't want to get ripped off, but if City want top quality players, there will come a time where we're going to have to stop being cheap, basically, and we're going to have to pay top dollar for a player. He's 28 years old. Do I see City doing this? No. But if City want top quality players and they can get him available for the right price, inquiring, there's no other interest from anywhere. I've heard Real Madrid are interested, but I think that's just a rumour that's going around, like just City's are is as well. But yeah, if he is available for a good price that City are willing to pay, I would strongly recommend that City do go in for Kalidou Koulibaly, because I think he's just a wonderful, wonderful player and would definitely sort out the defensive mishap, and just something that's missing in our defence since Vincent Kompany's left. I think he'd fit into our team like a glove and hand. Honestly, if City are willing to pay for him, I'd go and get him. Another player that we're getting linked with is Milan Skriniar, 24-year-old Slovakian centre-back, plays for Inter Milan. Played for them since 2017. He's 6'2", so 1 inch taller than Kalidou Koulibaly. He is good in the air. He's a good, solid defender. There's a lot of interest in him, though. However, he is regarded as being possibly available for cheaper than what you would get Koulibaly for. Apparently, he's available for roughly around €100 million, so we're looking for around £90 million. It's like I said, if City want to pay top dollar, they could well go in for Milan Skriniar. He is a good quality defender, a solid defender. I feel like City do need someone that is quick, though. Like one of the most, like, we've got good passers, we've got good players in the air. Someone that's tall and quick and powerful, like Milan Skriniar. To me, he's a good, solid defender. Like if Nicolas Otamendi was to leave, like Milan Skriniar would be a wonderful replacement for him. But at the moment, we're looking for something different, someone that's quick. And to me, Koulibaly would be the man if he was available that I would go for. But I think that Skriniar would be a great contingency to that. £90 million. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below whether you think City should pay that or not, because I'm not too sure. Now, another player that City's been getting linked with is Leicester City centre-back Caglar Soyuncu, 23-year-old Turkish centre-back, plays for Leicester after joining them in 2018. He's a decent player, he's a decent defender. He's used to the Premier League too, which is always an advantage. It's a good bonus, actually. And he's 6'1", good in the air, but he isn't the quickest and would come with a big price tag, because Leicester don't need to sell him. They just sold Maguire. They drove a hard bargain with Manchester United, managed to get a lot of money for him, managed to get, I think it was £80 million. So they'll be looking for probably something similar for Soyuncu, and he's not homegrown. I can't see City going for him. I don't find this is a realistic transfer for City unless we wanted to pay a stupid price for him. And to me, he's a good player, but I don't think he's anything other than a good Premier League player. And if I'm speaking like 60 to 100 million pounds, somewhere in that bracket between there, 60 to 100 million pounds, City's transfer record would have to be spent on a centre back. So spending that on Caglar, Soyuncu, I'm not too sure. If we got him for a good price, I'd say yes, but I'm not so sure. Another player that City's been getting linked with, though, is Jonny Evans. He's 31 years old, Northern Irish centre-back for Leicester, 6'2", he's an inch taller than Soyuncu. He's good in the air. I have my doubts about his ball-playing ability. I think he's a good, solid player, but not something that Manchester City necessarily need. He is experienced in the Premier League, he's level-headed, he's a good, organised player. He's homegrown too, which means we wouldn't have to sell any players. We could bring him in, and he could immediately slot into City's team, and he could play in the Champions League too, because he isn't European Cup-tied. But I wouldn't think he'd cost too much. It wouldn't cost the earth anyway for City to sign him. But the problem is Leicester won't want to sell, so it'd probably take a good offer to be able to prize him away. Just roughly pulling out some figures, I'd reckon you might be looking at like around £40 million, something like that. I mean, maybe they'll want even more, I don't know. But to me, I wouldn't value Jonny Evans at that. I think he's a good player, but he isn't young. 31 years old. He won't want to leave Leicester. He's a former Manchester United young player. Would he want to come and join Manchester City? I have my doubts. Like, if he's available for like 10, 15 million pound, then I'd say it might be worthwhile having a punt on him. But for me, I'm not too sure. Honestly, I'd say no, but he is a player that City have been linked with. But City, I have noticed, have started just a little bit cool their interest in Jonny Evans. But there is a player that City haven't cooled their interest in, and we have been linked in previous seasons, and he's homegrown, is Nathan Ake, 24-year-old Dutch centre-back, plays for Bournemouth, former Chelsea academy player. He's been in England since he was 16, hence he is now classed as homegrown, which is a big bonus for City. He, again, isn't European Cup tied, so he could play in the Champions League if we was to bring him in January. He's a ball-playing centre-back, likes to play on the left side of centre-back, so to me he'd make good competition for Laporte, and if we didn't want to rush Laporte back, he'd be a good alternative for City to be able to sign. Apparently he's available for roughly around 40 to 50 million pounds. Could he be the answer to Manchester City's centre-back problems? I'm not too sure. He's a good, affordable, rotated option for Laporte, and if we wanted to bring him in for that reason, I'd bring him in, but I don't see him as Vincent Kompany's long-term replacement. We do need to sign a replacement for Otamendi, because I'm going to presume he'll probably leave in the summer too. So we're needing a couple of centre-backs. Like Ake could be the option that City could well go for. However, Chelsea are interested, so City might have a bidding war on their hands. He has come across as a little bit injury-prone too, which means he'd fit right in at Manchester City. Is he the answer? I'm not too sure. I'd be happy personally though if we did sign Nathan Ake. I do think he's a good player. But in conclusion, overall, for me, if you want top quality, you've got to pay top price. And Koulibaly, if we can get him and make that happen, I would bring him in, as long as we're not paying like, you know, 150 million pounds. If we can get him for roughly around 100 million pounds and just spend that little bit more for top quality and bring him in, I would. I do have concerns about his age, 28 years old, but centre backs can last for 5, 6, 7 more years at that age. So I'm not too sure. Milan Skriniar would be a good contingency. If we wanted to bring in homegrown, I'd have no problem bringing in Nathan Ake. So that's my thoughts. City could well be targeting a centre-back in January. Could it happen, any of these players? If I've missed any players, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, these 5 players. Which ones would you like to bring in? How much would you be willing to pay for them? And like I said, let me know any other players, not just centre-backs, any other players that you think City should be targeting in the January transfer window. Make sure also you leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget also, subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Daily Manchester City transfer updates coming out throughout all of January. And don't forget also social media links in description below and popping up on screen for my Twitter and Instagram. So I'll see you all again for the next video. We've got plenty more videos coming up between now and the new year, and then daily transfer updates too. Transfer season once again, my favourite time of the year. Let's go. I'll see you all again for the next video. So it's been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.